Okay, so Hala, are you ready?
Yeah.
So this is Hala Berkat, everybody, from Gaza. Over to you, Hala and Hend.
Yes. Once, once upon a time, and a very long ago, there was a city called Tashkent. Tashkent was the richest city in the world. The treasures of all around the world were found there. And as a result, the ruler of the city was the richest man ever. He was young and he has an assistant called Mansour, who was always with him. The ruler was feeling bored. He wants something exciting to do, something he'd never done before. So he asked his assistant Mansour to find that for him. Mansour announced all around the city that the ruler would give a prize to anyone who could suggest something exciting to do, something never done before. One day, a wizard came to the ruler, Need, and said, "My name is Kashunol, and I have something amazing for you. Look at this amazing box." The ruler replied, "But this is only a little box." The wizard said, "Yes, but inside this box there is a magical black dust who could turn any human being into an animal." The ruler replied, so the one who turned into an animal could understand what the animal said. The wizard opened the box and said, "Yes, if you sniffed the dust and said, 'Mutambul,' you will immediately turn into any animal you like." The wizard sniffed the dust and said, "Mutambul," and he immediately turned into a lion. The ruler and his assistant was astonished. Then the wizard said, "And if you want to turn back into human, all you have to do is turn east and bow 3 times and said, 'Mutambul.'" The ruler said, "Amazing, I will buy it from you." The wizard replied, "But sir, there is one thing you need to know before you buy it. When you are under the spell, do not laugh, or else you will forget the word that would turn you back into human again, and you will stay in the shape of animal for the rest of your life." The ruler replied, "Okay, I will remember that. I won't laugh." The young ruler decided to try the magic with his assistant Mansour. So they both went out to the garden of the palace to look for the animal they would like to turn into. And while looking around, they found 2 storks. Mansour said, "Sir, those 2 storks must have something exciting to tell." The ruler replied, "Okay, let's turn into storks then." They both sniffed the dust and said, "Mutambu," and they both transformed into storks. The bad wizard was watching them stealthily with an evil smile on his face. The ruler and his assistant hid behind a tree near the other 2 storks to hear what they were saying. The first stork said, Oh, what a lovely long legs you have, my friend. Are you having dinner? The other storks replied, Yes, this frog looks delicious, yummy. The other stork replied, Oh, as for me, I'm not going to have a dinner. I'm on a diet. I want to get ready for the ballet performance. The stork spun around in a really funny way and fell to the ground with a crash. The ruler and his assistant began to feel something in their belly. Are they going to laugh? And then they burst out of laughing. The ruler and his assistant cried out, Oh no, we laughed. What should we do now? They tried hard to remember the word, but they couldn't. They were helpless. One day, the two storks were flying when they heard people cheering and saying, Long live the new ruler! Long live the new ruler! The ruler said, What's ruler do the people mean? I'm stork now. So they flew around the parade to surprise to see Ga2a being crowned as a new ruler. They cried and regretted what they had done. So they left the city and away and flew. They began a journey they never knew how it's going to end. More months passed until one day the two storks were flying when they came across a castle. It was scary. So they flew into the castle when they heard a girl voice. She was crying. So they followed the voice, and all of a sudden, they found an owl crying at the window. The ruler said to the owl, Oh, poor owl, what are you crying about? The owl replied, Oh, I'm not an owl, I'm a princess. That bad wizard Ga2a turned me into an owl because I refused to marry him. The ruler replied, Oh, I know that bad wizard Ga2a. He turned me and my assistant into a storks, and now we can't remember the word that would turn us back into human again. The owl replied, Oh, this is the castle of Ga2a. He owned this castle, and actually tonight he's going to have a party to celebrate with his friends. In fact, he's a new ruler now, the ruler of your own city. And tonight he will tell your story to his friends, and he might say the word. The ruler replied, Oh, please take us there where he will celebrate. The owl replied, I will take you there under one condition. The ruler and his assistant replied, What is it? The owl replied, The condition is one of you should marry me so the spell is broken and I can finally turn back into human again. The ruler and his assistant got nervous. They didn't want to marry an owl. The ruler whispered, Mansoor, you will marry the owl. Mansoor whispered, No, sir, you'll marry the owl. And then finally Mansoor said out loud, Okay, Owl, the ruler will marry you. The night came and the party started. The owl led the ruler and his assistant to the party hall and they hid there. The wizard and his friends came and they were drinking and eating and joking about what they did to the ruler of the rich city. The wizard friend said to the wizard to tell the story again. And while the wizard telling the story, he said, they should turn east and bow 3 times and said Mutambul, but they will never remember that because they laughed. Then the ruler cried out, oh, I know the word now. The wizard and his friend saw and jeered the ruler. The wizard cried out, chase them, catch them before they break the spell. The ruler and his assistant were running away, nervously trying to break the spell. Oh, where's the east? It's dark here in the castle. The ruler and his assistant were running away nervously when the wizard said, now I can kill you both. The wizard had a bow and arrows, and as just he about to shoot the ruler, the sun began to rise. The sun rays could distract the wizard, so the ruler and his assistant immediately turned east and bow 3 times and said Mutambul, and they finally human again. And the wizard and his friends transformed into storks. The ruler and his assistant cried out, yay, we're humans now! Oh, but where's the owl? The ruler said. The ruler and his assistant searched and looking around for the owl. To their surprise, they found a very beautiful lady. The ruler was amazed by her beauty. The beautiful lady said, oh, thank you very much. But yeah, it's me, Owl. The ruler was fascinated by her beauty. The ruler whispered to Mansoor, Mansoor, I've decided to marry this lady. What do you say? The ruler went to his castle with his assistant and a beautiful wife.
That was absolutely fantastic storytelling. Yesterday, Hala and Hend, you told me that story and I loved it. But today, when you told the story, Hala, it was even better. Absolutely wonderful storytelling.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Brilliant.
much.